Hello everyone, welcome to this video series on Web Technologies Lab. So in this video, we're going to see the solution for program 10, which is implementing a web application with database using PHP. Okay, so what we are going to do is, in the previous video, we have already seen how to create a database, how to create a table and insert 10 rows of data into the table, right? So if you didn't watch the video, click the link in the description, which will show you the playlist, and see the video on configuring database server in EasyPHP dev server. Watch that video and come back to this. Okay. So if you didn't watch that video, you won't understand what I am doing here in the code. Okay, right. So let's see the code for this. So here is the text editor, new file. So let's write the PHP code. Okay, I'm saving the file. I am saving this as display.php. Okay, so the file is saved. Now first let's print some message. So we are going to displaying the data. So first of all, before writing the code, let me show you the actual output of this. So this is the output. So this data I am getting from database. Okay, in the previous video you have seen that I have stored this 10 rows of data in the table. Okay, I am getting this data from the table and displaying this on the web page. So this is the output. Okay, so now let's see the code. So displaying some heading, users, data, ending heading tag, quotes, semicolon. Now we need here 4 pieces of information. One is the server name, second one is the username, third one is the password, and fourth one is the database name. Okay, so for that purpose I will be creating 4 variables. So server name is equal to, I already told you in the previous video, server name is localhost. Okay, and second one is username, which is root. This one also I have shown you in the previous video. And password is empty. Empty means double quotes, just Q like this. This means there is no password. And last one, database name is mydb. Okay, so in the previous video I have created this mydb database. Okay, now let's write code for creating connection to database. So there are 3 steps in this. First step is create the connection to database. Second step is get the data from the database. Third step is close the connection to database. So I am doing the first one, create connection to database. So we need to create a variable. Let's say the variable name is con, which represents database connection. And here we will use an object for MySQLi. Okay, so you can think of MySQLi as like maybe a class, but it is actually a driver which is provided for connecting, for establishing connection between PHP and MySQL DBMS. Okay, it is a driver which is provided to establish a connection between PHP code and MySQL DBMS, right? So I am creating object for MySQLi and I will provide these 4 variables here. So it is better if I copy paste them. $server name, okay, $username, $password, and $db name. Okay, so now for actually creating the connection, we have to check, or let's say call a function called connect underscore server, sorry, connect underscore error. Okay, so what is the meaning of this means? This is going to be true when there is some kind of error when establishing a connection. Okay, this is going to be true when there is some kind of error when establishing connection to the server. So if this is becoming true means that there is some kind of error and we will stop executing the code. So for that purpose I am calling a function called die, and here we will print a message to the user, connection to database failed. Yes, and here we will write this, this entire thing here. Okay, that's all. So if the control is coming from this line to here, that means the connection has created successfully. So let's print some message, connection created successfully, and let's see the output of this, whether we are getting any error or we are getting this message. So right click, open dashboard. Okay, so make sure that your database server is turned on and also your HTTP server is turned on. Now click your working directory. You should see display.php. Okay, so there is some syntax error here on line number 13. Yes, this @ symbol should not be there. Now refresh. Okay, again we are getting the same error. Yeah, here I forgot to give double quotes. So refresh. Yes, connection created successfully. So we didn't get any error. So let's say if you want to see the error, let me change this mydb to mydb1. Actually I didn't create any database mydb1. So let's see what happens. Refresh. Okay, so it is saying connection to database failed, unknown database mydb1. So it is saying I don't know what is this database. It is not there, right? So that is the purpose of this line. If there are any error messages, it will display. So let's change this to mydb. Okay, now let's remove this. So step 1 is completed. Now step 2, which is get the data from table. Do you remember the table name? Table name is users. So here second step is execute query. So the query I am writing in a variable called SQL. So select query, select star from table name is users. Okay, and to execute this and store the result, I am creating the variable result, and to actually execute the query we will use the con variable here, and you will call the function query. Okay, and here you will pass the SQL. Okay, so this one you will give here, right? Now once you execute the query, now you got the entire table into this variable. Now you have to parse this variable row by row and you should display the result, right? So that is this. So parse result and display rows. Okay, so before printing the values, I am printing the column names like this: ID, name and email. So there are 3 columns: ID, name and email. Okay, now I will write a while loop. So I will be retrieving each row. Okay, so here I will write a variable $row equal to $result. That means I am using this variable here, and I will call a function called fetch underscore assoc. Okay, fetch underscore assoc means the row that you are getting will be converted into an associative array. Okay, the row from the table will be converted into an associative array, and it will be referred by the variable row. So as long as this becomes true, the code will execute that we are going to write here. Now simply we will print the three values using the row variable, and if you remember, the column name in the table is id. Okay, dot. So here dot is concatenation operator. So between the values I am going to display a dash like this. Okay, dot next column value, which is name. Okay, and again dot, another dash, right, dot, and the final one is row email. Okay, and after each row we want to display a new line, right? For that purpose I am using the HTML tag break line. Okay, and finally semicolon. That's all. Okay, so this code is going to retrieve each row from the table and display on the web page. Okay, and finally the third step, which is closing the connection. Close connection to database. So we are going to use this variable again here, $con arrow. We will call the function close. That's all. That is the code. Okay, not that difficult, very easy, only 24 lines of code, right? So refresh. Yes, we got the data. So here after the column names, I think I didn't give a break line. Yes, okay. Yes, here I have to give a break line. That's all. Click refresh. Right, now we got the output. And Harshita, I think I didn't give the email for Harshita, right? So let's go open the dashboard and quickly give the email for Harshita there. I think I forgot to give the email here. So open. So click on databases, click on MyDB, click on users. Yes, for Harshita I forgot to give the email. Okay, I have to give harshita@gmail.com. Go. Okay, one row is affected, so you can see the email now. Now let's go to the output and refresh. Yes, now we got the output, right? Fine. So that's it about this program to retrieve the data stored in a table and displaying it on the web page using PHP. So please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for latest notifications. And if you have any doubt in this, or if something is not working, comment below the video. I will respond. Thank you.